Hello. Hello. How are you guys doing? All right. Hi, hola. Good to see you guys. Good to see everyone. How are you guys doing? I promise. Good to see everyone. Hello. Hi, James. Good to see everyone. Good to see everyone. Hi, Beauty Empire. Good to see everyone. We have an interesting topic to discuss tonight. How are you guys doing? All right. If this is the first time you are seeing my face, you're welcome. My name is Adesina, the founder of Adesina Assets. And we provide enabling infrastructures for emerging businesses. And this is one of our expressions, which is the additional intelligence. Right. All right. Good to see everyone. Business risks from founders. That's what we are discussing tonight. Business risks from founders. I'm going to start with a question. Right. I'm going to start with a question. And that question is, how many of you know that investors prefer to invest in businesses with multiple founders than solo founders businesses? Investors prefer businesses to have co-founders than when it's just one founder. All right. How many of you know that? How many of you know that as a fact? Or how many of us know that that's a thing? Right. If you've seen all these business pitches event, or you've had a conversation with certain investors yourself, you would have found out this particular thing. Hi, Seth. Good to see you, Seth. All right. And there are reasons to that. There are reasons for that. Right. There are reasons investors prefer businesses with multiple founders, right, than solo founders, than one founder. And that's because there are some risk associated with the founders also. There was one of my videos that I did. There was a video I did last year. And then in this session, in that particular episode of Additional Intelligence, I mentioned that there are 3 levels of risks in business. There's the one that come from the founder, there's the one that come from the business itself, and then there are risks that come from the environment that the business is operating in. But most times, what we focus on often, right, are the risks that come from the business or the risks that come from the environment. We oftentimes neglect the risk that come on board from the founder. And the goal of this session is that as many of you that are business owners here, that are entrepreneurs, that are founders here, you would see the need to take care of yourself. I don't know how to explain it better. That's the best word I can use to say it. To take care of yourself. It's not just we'll get there, right? So it's not just in taking care of yourself that eat well, sleep well, and things like that. There are other things you need to do to take care of yourself so that you can take care of the business. There are things you need to know. There are friends you need to make. There are relationships you need to enter. There are a lot of things you need to do to take care of yourself so that you can in turn take care of your business. You know, someone, Someone asked me a question that, why do you think people find your excerpts relatable? And I said, the truth is because I don't lie, and I don't just bring book knowledge to come and share. Most times, the things I share that really eat deep, they are most times what I learned by mistake. what I learned by experience. Most times, I've noticed it. There are most times the things I learned by experience, and there are things that I didn't learn. I didn't learn it the good way. I didn't learn it the good way. I actually learned it the hard way. Oh, I love Joy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hi, Bukola. Good to see you. Right. And it's tonight is one of those sessions also, right? Because there are ways you look at the business you are running. You just assume that all the risk that you can try to mitigate are the risks that exist in the business itself, or the risks from external factors, right? The business environment, your vendors, your all those things. Meanwhile, there are risks that come from you yourself. There are internal risks, right, that you yourself as the founder bring to the business. There's something I say, right, that how do I put it again? That businesses are neutral, right? I used to say that there are a lot of food businesses. There are successful food businesses, there are unsuccessful food businesses. What's the difference? Right? I say that a lot of times when people ask me what business should I invest in, and I tell them I don't recommend businesses. Because if I tell you to go into clothing business, there are successful clothing businesses, there are unsuccessful clothing businesses. So what determines whether the business is going to be successful or not is the person running the business. The person running the business determines the timing, determines the pricing, determines how to maneuver even some unfriendly business environments. So a lot relies on the founder. A lot. It's just the same way they would say that uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. All right. Hi, Ibukun. So when we discuss that, and I'm saying this to an end, please follow me closely. I'm saying this to an end, that when you understand this, all right, there was a particular statement I made, right? I think I was training a particular company when I made that statement, that your business did not stop growing. You did. Your business, you need to, at every point in time, you need to reflect on that thing. I said, your business did not stop growing. You did. You just didn't know what to do to overcome whatever challenge came. You didn't know what to do to maneuver yourself in certain situations. You didn't know better to manage your business finances. You didn't know. It's a you problem. It's the reason why when you finally eat it big also in business, you are being celebrated. Because when you were taking the Yoruba ma sọ pé ìkòkò tó bá máa jata ìdí ẹ̀ máa gbóná. For my Yoruba people, they understand what that means. Ìkòkò tó bá máa jata ìdí ẹ̀ máa gbóná. Meaning that any pot that will successfully cook a pot of soup, right, the bottom of the pot must be on fire. Must be on fire. Someone posted, I think I was reading someone's post recently, and he said, don't envy people's wealth. Don't try to copy their wealth or their lifestyle, right? Go and check the decisions they are making. Go and check the hard work they are putting in. It's easy to say that, what's it called now? Entrepreneurship is a way to build wealth. That's good, but building wealth is like saying the end product or the results of doing something, right? You can't build wealth without building businesses. Right? And building businesses is not a joke. It's not a joke. Right? It's not a joke. So what are the things that you need to pay attention to as a founder, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur? What are the things you need to pay attention to, right, to reduce the risk associated with you running the business? To reduce the risk of you failing in that business, right? What are the things you need to pay attention to? There are a lot of risk. And, I will talk about it even to the point of health. Especially for those of you at the stage where you've not really built a team that can run without you. We should not be telling you to drink water. We should not be telling you to rest. Yeah, I get it that, you're starting to say where you need all your stuff. But if two people are not the same, you might be trying to build, business with someone who is really probably the immune system is strong or just strong, is healthy. If you know that you need to treat yourself at certain times, you need to prioritize certain things. right? Especially, for example, if you're in the service industry, right? And the client has paid you some money upfront to deliver on certain projects. Let's say you are a web developer or something, and then you fall sick. Right? What's going to happen? No, you see, something sounds harsh, but it's the truth. Some things they sound harsh. In fact, I'm saying this because I've also heard it being said to me. And when I said it might sound harsh, but this person is saying the truth. And what's that truth? It doesn't make any sense to tell your client that you could not deliver on certain things because you are not feeling fine. It sounds harsh, but it's the truth. Especially because when it comes to you owning a business under the law, if you incorporate your business well, right? There's what's it called? There's sole proprietorship, and there's a company, there's a limited liability company. Your company is an individual on its own. That's why when they pay to the company, and the company cannot fall sick. Sometimes we desire that our clients should understand, right? We desire that they understand. Like, can't you understand? I'm also human. These things happen. No. In the real sense, to be honest, it sounds what's it called, painful, or whatever it is you want to use, but it's the truth. If I've paid you and you say you're going to deliver between this timeline and this timeline, you should. If you are the only one who can make it, you should have. And that's where that's where it gets that. That's why, as a founder, there's some things you cannot joke with. First thing first. That's why I don't know why I'm even picking it from this level. Maybe someone really needs to hear that. Is your health. I think someone wanted to invest with me some time ago. This was, I think, 2023 or something. And the woman said, sorry, but let me ask a question. Before I make this deposit, please, let me ask a question. What happens to my money if peradventure you die? I'm telling you. She asked me that question. What is going to happen with... I'm not saying God forbid. She said, God forbid. But what's going to happen to my money if peradventure something happens to you? Maybe you die or... And when she said it, I thought about it. I'm like, this is true. This is true. See, that's what I'm saying. It sounds somehow. But it's the truth. It's her money. She has the right to know. Right? And that's why, for example, if you're into what's it called, investment management, they will tell you to insure a certain percentage. Right? And that's also, if whatever happens, and that's where I think, let me just be honest with you. At that time, I didn't have the right answer to say to the woman. I had to go now to go and ask my lawyer. Okay, so what happens actually if truly I die? What's going to happen? What's going to happen to people's money that they invested with me? Right? And she said that's why the company is separated from the person. When I see people say that, that's not the topic for today, so don't let me go there. Right? That's why the company, a limited liability company, is treated as a separate entity from you. So peradventure the founder dies, something like that happens, the company can easily liquidate and give back to whatever. That's why they are shareholders, right? That's why you see that companies have board of directors. These structures are put in place so that it's not just on one person. All this, it's my company. I want to do it alone. I want to. You are still operating at the lowest level of entrepreneurship. You are still operating, and that's why even as a founder, you realize that, hi, Disabialaga, Happy New Year to you too. That's why you realize that it's when you're in business, it's not about what you want. It's not about what you like. It's not about what you are interested in. It's about who the business wants to serve and what they want. Who the business wants to serve and what they are asking for. Nobody cares about you. Nobody. Nobody. It's not about you. I've said it before that someone asked me a question and he said, are you passionate about your idea or you are or you really want to solve people's problem? Are you passionate? Is it that you're passionate about your own idea? Or you want to use that idea to really solve people's problems? So, first and foremost, as a founder, you know that there are a lot of things involved, right? You can't, maybe you have a life-changing meetings and that morning you are sick. There are some things that happen that without beyond control. But when you can control it, please do. Rest. Drink water. I was reading someone's post that says in their office, in the organization, it's a normal culture that if you are tired, even if it's during working hours, you can take a nap. And I think I've seen something like that also, that it's in Japan, that you can sleep and then you continue. How many of us have been, maybe you are in the office sometime or you are working on something, and to be honest, for like 1 hour you were not doing anything productive. If someone walks into your office, you are probably looking productive. But between you and me, you know that for like 1 hour or 2 hours in a day, even though you are in the office, even though you are on your laptop, you are not doing anything productive. And probably you are just pretending to be working so that they will not query you or something like that. You are just there. You are not robots. Come on, you are not robots. Are there not days that you get in the job, even in the morning, and you just don't feel like doing anything? In the morning, first thing, you just want to, you are just angry. Maybe, especially if you're in Lagos, someone has vexed you, and for the first 30 minutes, 1 hour, you are using it to first settle in before you now can say, okay, now I think I'm ready for work now. It happens. We just pretend like we are robots. We are not. Right? We are not. That time I just sit down, I'm just looking. If we are not robots. Right? So firstly is your health. Right? Take care of yourself. Take drugs when you need to take drugs. Right? Rest when you need to rest. Take water. Exercise when you need to. Right? What you are doing is already draining. Have people that can make you laugh. Have people that can make you forget the sales targets. Have people that can make you forget the pressure at work. Have people that can make you forget that, a deadline is approaching. Have people that can distract your mind and have a sense of relief a little bit. I'm telling you, you need it. Because you're not an entrepreneur now, you don't have any friend that you can hope there's something called founders depression. Oh, there's something called, like, a lot of entrepreneurs are depressed. They are depressed. Have friends that, why do you think some people after work they go to drink, they go to bar, they go to watch ball? They need they need those minutes of relief. They need it. Right? So if you have friends that can make you laugh, you can joke at, please, you need it. Don't be I'm a professional. See, you are human first before CEO. You are human first before CEO. And see, the fact you can't even be productive optimally if you are not in the right frame of mind. So why? Unless you just want to deceive yourself. You just want to. So if you need to take that 5-minute break, that 1 hour break to quickly reboot and retreat yourself and get back and be productive optimally, why not? Right? Why not? So please pay attention to yourself. You are human before you are CEO. Pay attention to yourself. The second thing I'm going to be talking about, apart from your health, and things like that, is your reputation. Protect it as your biggest asset. Especially early stage entrepreneurs. Because most people are still buying from your business because of you. Especially for some of you now, for example, most of you don't even know the name of the CEO of the banks that you use. They have gotten to a level where it is the business interacting with the customers themselves. Right? How many of you are buying Glowsin because of Mike Adenuga? How many of you are buying Etelsin because of the what's it called, CEO, or MTN because of the CEO? No. But at a level where you are just growing, people are still trusting you because they are trusting the business because of you. In fact, even talking about banks, they have salespeople. Most people that those salespeople sell to are opening the account because of because of the reputation of the person selling the form to them. So your reputation is important. You need to guard it. Some of you do stop commenting on posts with your business account. Stop liking posts with your business account. So some things you should not use your business account to do. And even as a founder, I will just say this. There are some opinion that the world doesn't need to know. There are some opinion you have that just say it within you and your family or within you and your friends offline. Don't say it online. Nobody needs to know that that's your opinion. See, for example, at a level, put my words in context. At a level, nobody needs to know your political interest. Nobody. Because maybe your next big deal is coming from a PDP member. You don't go talk, say God punish PDP online. You can be, what's it called? An APC member who doesn't like PDP, and your client, and you don't. Nobody needs to know that you are not. Nobody needs to know. You go and vote. Just say you went to vote. You don't need to say who you are voting for. At a level, put my word into context. Nobody needs to know some of your opinion. Just keep your business neutral. At a level, you can't even deny it. At a level, at a level, you can at a level at the height of economic significance in a country, to be political neutral will be very hard. When Tinubu entered, didn't he go and meet what's his name again? Elumelu. Am I saying he's pro Tinubu? Am I saying he's anti? But did he host him or not? Imagine he's not saying he's Peter Obi, I want his kiniko. Nobody needs to know. Keep it to yourself. You have a view or relationship that might be unconventional. You can't just say it to people around you. Don't say it online. Don't say it online. Right? Just put your business out there. Or say the ones that you know that you can still bear with. Your reputation is important. Your reputation is important. Integrity. See, people watch you. People watch your trajectory. People watch you. One of the questions people ask me the most is, how long have you been in business? I'm telling you. How long have you been in business? People are watching your trajectory. Right? People are watching your trajectory. You just can't afford some dent on your reputation. You just cannot. So be careful. As much as you can, please be careful. Nobody needs to know your opinion on certain things. You know that this is your stand. Just say it among. You don't have to take it online. Just go online and sell your business. Post fine picture. Just do the normal one that will not cause trouble. Especially at the early stage. When you are still trying to win volume interest in your business. You don't want to start segregating your audience from the early stage. No. Reputation is important. Your reputation, because once your reputation is dented, you are affecting your business. You're affecting your business. And then the third thing, right, I'm going to discuss is your wealth of knowledge. See, and after this one, I'm going to say a very, very important one that I beg you, don't miss it. But let me say this one first. You must have a culture of continuous learning. A culture of continuous learning. You must. See, treat knowledge like, like drugs. And I'm not going to say too much on that. Treat knowledge like drugs, like pills, like medications, such that you take as for example, if you have headache, you take paracetamol. If you have, I'm not saying you should do. Doctors will say don't take anything without them prescribing. So, in fact, you can put it like that. If you notice that you are struggling with an area of your business, find a mentor. What knowledge do you think I should pursue that I don't know, that is making me make this mistake? And when they recommend it to you, take that knowledge as a pill, as a like you are taking drugs to cure a sickness, to cure the symptom of something. That's how you should treat knowledge. Don't just read, don't just study, don't just sometimes I've caught myself attempting to do it before, right? That is, I'm trying to read a book so that I can say I've read the book, you know. But at a level where you cannot even afford, you don't even have the luxury of time to say you are reading everything, every single thing. You must make sure that whatever it is you are picking up to read, whatever course you are enrolling for, take it as a pill. That would even give you, just like Doctor will say, that ensure you finish the dosage. So you also ensure that you finish the doses of that course, of that book, of that mentorship, of that coaching. Right? There are some sessions, there are some people that you have access to that when they speak to you for 1 hour, you must go to that meeting with your phone recorder on. There are some meetings you don't go to without planning to record or jot or do the two. You go there with your phone recorder on. As the person is talking, make sure it's on recording. So you get home, you re-listen again. You releasing, so that by the time you ask them questions, you're asking them tailor-made question to how whatever they are saying is going to affect your business. See, one of the way people waste my time, right, is, please, can I ask you a question? I'm telling you, people ask the most baseless question that they can search on Google. I'm telling you. Like, people ask a question, and that question is already telling me that this person has not done anything to really invest in their own knowledge. Because if you've truly paid attention to you investing in yourself, you might have this question, but it will not be at this level. You'll be asking a higher version of that question. It's just how it works. For example, what do you know about your market? What do you know about your competition? What do you know about the tech advancement in your sector? Right? What do you know about the political landscape of where you are running the business? What do you know about the environmental landscape of where you are running your business? And things like that. Right? You must be able to give yourself to knowledge, to studying. I tell people, people ask me, how do you know some of these things that you know and things like that? And I tell them, COVID. I was blessed to have access to a room full of books. Locked myself up, started consuming books. Plus YouTube, plus books, plus YouTube. Right now, I'm about over 50% done with my financial modeling and valuation analysis course. I'm currently doing, BSc Economics, and I'm on first class, by the way. Right? I'm enrolling for MBA this January. I was in one before. It's not like I did one semester in University of Abuja Business School. I had to drop out. Now I'm enrolling for another one again. And that's apart from people that I actually ask questions, apart from books I read, apart from sessions I rewatch, apart from people that I'm privileged to have access to that I ask questions from. You must just, for example, we ended 2024 now. I've seen some of the blunders I've committed in business. To you, I might sound intelligent. See, let me just say, talk is cheap. Oh, you don't know. Talk is cheap. Oh, you think that's all of the things I'm saying, I've also come into the fullness of it experientially? No, now. There's some things I'm teaching that as I'm teaching it, I'm also, is like a reminder to myself also. So it will be foolery to tell you that everything I'm teaching, I've mastered it. Nah. There are some mistakes I will see. I'll be and I'll help somebody correct this one. This is our business one. Me, I'm still making it. And you will now say, okay, no, this thing must not repeat itself. So you improve on it again. And thank God, I'm not just someone who talks about business. In fact, my talking about business is part of my business. Additional intelligence is an expression of additional assets. Because what we are really building is infrastructures for businesses. So you'll be seeing us going into more commercial development, building business development centers. Right, more into commercial development actually, but in a new way, not just outlets for businesses to be, but outlets with certain infrastructure that can help the business to actually grow. For example, access to some, to a mini business development center where you can access data, access consultation, just a lot of things that would help. So that's one of the things we are trying to, and that's what we are doing with Additional Economic City, which I will talk more about before the end of the session. So you need to give yourself to continuous learning, continuous learning, continuous learning, continuous learning. And this is what I wanted to say that I said I was going to say after this session. All right. You see, there are some mistakes that you make in business that at the point of you making that mistake, they sound like good decision. They sound like you are doing the right thing until you now take a look at the summary of the how do I explain this to you now? For example, when you see a teenager trying to misbehave and trying to maybe do guy or whatever, like you see some people misbehave on TikTok now, and to them it's like they're living the life. I'm not trying to talk down anyone, but it's some. If you listen to me with your church mind, you know what I'm trying to say. These some people, they are living a life that you can see that hey, caution, careful. But to them, they are honestly, they sincerely, if they know the danger attached to what they are doing, they would not. Sincerely, they would not. But that's oblivion to the real danger in what they are doing. And them just feeling like they are doing the right thing, maybe they just feel like 1 + 1 is going to just work out sometime. And it will now take them maybe months or years, or a particular situation or a particular event will now happen. When they now see the summary of that actions, they now see the overview, they now take a bird eye view, that's when they can now see that I was busy shooting myself in the foot and I never knew it. Some of you know what I'm saying. There are some business decisions you took. You thought it will go fine, this thing will work, I'll do this, until maybe after the year, you took stock, you did everything, and I'm like, Kai, I should not have done this. Or, I should not have done this at the time I did it. I should not have done it at the time I did it. But now, it's one thing to even be able to even see that, I made a mistake here. It's another thing to admit it on time and find help on time. Don't manage what's not working. Don't patch it. Stop patching. Have you seen cars that instead of replacing something, they will now just repair it, they will just patch it. Then that thing will damage another thing. Then that one will damage another thing. Don't do that in business. Don't do that. You are just compiling your damages, in all honesty. And I'm talking to you from from mistakes. There's some mistakes you don't patch. You if it's possible, take a break. We are taking a break from this to do that. Take a break. Seek knowledge. Find help. And help can come with you, what's it called now? With the person first being harsh on you and things like, but you need it. In fact, one of the first steps that you've learned from a mistake is that you accept that no, I messed up. Then let's move on to the next thing, which is finance. Running a business will cost you your personal money at first. And that's why I say you don't quit your job to start a business. You transition from your job into an existing business. I don't know how I've tried to explain it to people. It doesn't have to already be going on as you would love it to. But at least something should have started. That's why you see some well-meaning people, they will tell you that you should save up at least 6 months of your salary before you start a business, so that you don't put that pressure of, I need house rent, I need food, on the new business. So it's good that you transition such that when you finally quit your job to now transition into the business, you are going there to now. So before, maybe you've been only investing 10% of your time, 10% of your effort, 10% of your resources there. Once you now quit, you can now put your 100%. So that means the result you've been seeing in Trinkles, you can now start seeing it big. But not that you've not seen anything. You don't even know whether the idea will work. You don't even know whether people need the product. You just quit, bam, you just started. The fact that you work for A does not mean you work for B and C. Careful. Right, careful. So finance, you need to pay attention to your finance. Personal finance now. And because it might sound funny, right? When your personal finance is not strong, sooner or later, you will start dipping in your business finance. Sooner or later. Right, sooner or later, you will. And that's where problem will start from. Right? So, and that's why I say, see, I get it. You are excited. I get it. You are passionate. I get it. You really want to, especially when you ask people go, see, in fact, quit that comparison of yourself to another. See, fingers are not equal. Regardless of whether you started at the same time, some people will have support more than you. Some people are coming from a wealthy background more than you. Before some people started, you already got investors. You don't have. Some people have network more than you. Some people have the skill. They can easily sell more than you. Don't compare. It is your race. Some people will quickly, they'll be able to get an office. You don't have an office yet. Stick to it. Just, what's it called? Who said it? I forgot this. Men are in phases, life is in phases, men are in sizes. Leave your size per time. I'm telling you something I've been victim of. I don't like theorizing these things. I'll just tell you as it is. As it is. If you know that this level, you still need to get a job and still be doing this, please do. Even if it's virtual, just have something that can still be giving you liquid. Even if maybe there's still something, maybe you can still coach, don't just say, no, I'm not an entrepreneur, I don't do all those things anymore. When you know you still need it. Some of you can still live in your parents' house. One person told you, if you are this age, you are seeing your parents' house, you are a fool, you should leave. You left. Now your business now have to be paying your rent, which you would not have to in the first place. That's some of these that kills businesses at the early stage, because you are already putting too much burden on the business, too much burden on it. And it's not like the revenue measure up. If the revenue measure up, I have no problem. Who am I to have problem with you? It's your business. If the revenue measure up, please feel free. But if it doesn't, you don't have to. If it doesn't, you don't have to. You don't have to. See, when I wanted to start this real estate firm, I went to check some people that I really respect, that I look up to, that I've been seeing before I ever started my own. I scrolled down to one of their first posts and I saw how they started. Poor flyers, the visual, even their video was not that standard. The banner was, I said, okay, so this is how they grew. Let me too start like that. This time I went to jump on radio. This and this and this. When the money was not coming, I pulled back, started going live on Instagram, started cutting the excerpt. You don't. Some people see now that, we have a studio where we record. You too, you want to go and jump into. Can't you pull out your phone and just record videos? Me, I might still be renting. I might have. Listen, there's a level where you use phone. There's a level where you are renting studio and people think you too want to go and job. There's another level of people who can build their own studio. So if you are the level of using phone, use phone. You are the level of renting studio, rent studio. You are the level of building, build. According to what you can. According to what you can. Do even marketing. Someone told me, I learned it earlier, that you don't start a business with other people's money. You grow with other people's money. Whatever business you want to start, that you don't know how to start with your own money, Ah, no, no, no. It's a lie. 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 What's it called? It's lamba. Nah, it's a lie. It's a lie. You can grow, right? You grow. You get money to scale. You get money to grow, right? But that you need. And see, when you see, there's some money that people give you that, honestly speaking, it is not good for your business health because the money will intoxicate you. Oh, you don't know. Ah, God bless me. Let's want that 50 million naira. That 50 million naira might be what will send you out of business. Because you might not be ready for it. Honestly speaking. Honestly speaking. Honestly speaking. You might just not be ready for it. So when you see someone do you honestly might not be ready for it. Just take it easy. Right. Just, like I used to say, dream big, start small, but grow steady. The only thing is that make sure you are moving. Make sure you are moving. And guess what? You don't have to, I'm not saying you should not aim to, take giant strides or what they call quantum leap. But quantum leap without knowledge to sustain it. You see where the problem is? Without knowledge to sustain it, that's the problem. There must be knowledge to sustain it. For example, there are some heights you don't grow to without some legal backings. Legal backings. You need it. You need it. You need it. In fact, let me tell you one of the things I've noticed. I still told someone this thing today. I said that I realized that beyond a good idea, to be honest, one of the things that even God can bless you with is not money. It's strategic relationships. There are relationships you have that you will never lack money for a project. There are relationships you have that you never lack access to some people that can help you aside. Those people might not give you money, but their name can open some doors for you. There are people that will just mention you, and they don't have to be the one to give you the contract. Just mentioning that I know you, you've gotten the contract. You need people. You need people. You need people. You need people. One of the misconceptions about me that I've seen people say is that, in fact, I've been getting this from university days, that you are proud. You think you are better than others. I've been getting it since, even when I was departmental president, for example, let me give an example. When I entered school, I said I was not going to talk to my classmates for, I think, a semester or a session. Okay, I think it was a semester. And I did it. There are days I would just decide that today I'm not talking to anybody in my class. So people just see me as a snob. Right? But those times, what I actually wanted to do was to read. I was actually trying out something. That can I actually read on my own, do some things on my own, and actually, see how my results will turn out. It was just an experiment. I was honestly not doing it so that anybody can think I'm better than them. Right? And sometimes the way I talk that, you think, even, someone recommended me to someone that I think you should invite him for your program. Then the person called me. He said, I like you. And he said, I like what you do. I like the way you talk. He said, I think you've really invested in yourself. You learn. He said, but the way you talk, he said, I'm scared that if I bring you come and insult my audience. Like you come and talk them down. That can you try? And, to be sincere, I told him and I said, honestly, I'll work on it. And he recommended a book for me, which I'm actually reading. Right? So some people just think that, the way I talk that, in fact, people that you might think I'm talking to, for example, there was a day I saw that a leading name in real estate commented on my post on Instagram. I don't have Instagram on my phone. I honestly, I'm not the one managing. The only app I install most times when I want to do live session is TikTok. But other app I actually don't currently. I don't have. The team that manages my social media, they are the one who post. But that day I was just scrolling. I just went on Instagram on my laptop and I saw the comment. I don't reply comments. If probably commented on our post, you see that we don't reply. Whether it's a good one, whether it's a bad one, we don't reply. But when I saw the name of the person that commented, I replied. And it's not once, it's not twice that I've done it. Because even if I don't agree what you are doing, even if I think, respect results. That's what some people need to know. Respect what? Results. Especially results that you don't have. It's another thing when you have the results. you might not respect it. All right, you might not respect it. If you also have it, that's your business, by the way. I'm not saying you should not, but that's really your business, right? But result that you don't have, result that you don't have, respect result though. Respect though. Respect results. Regardless, something is working. You might see, in fact, you two, are you perfect? So why are you looking for another perfect CEO or a perfect business? In as much as they are not hurting anyone, they are not. Some of the things that I talk passionately, that looks as if I'm talking about people. Actually, I'm talking from the pains of people that have come to me with tears of dealing with those things. And this first time I'm actually saying it. People have gotten properties that this one is not even getting fraud properties. This is not a matter of fraud. It's not that they bought land, they didn't get land. It's not that the title is bad. It's that the idea or goal set, sold to this person. The person does not fit, and then it ends up affecting the person. Someone has an health emergency, already tied down land with the hope to sell. The person could not finish the installment, cannot withdraw the money until 3 months with deduction, cannot solve the health emergency. That's painful. That's painful. And when I checked, how much are you depositing? 20,000 naira. 20,000 naira. If that money was in your business, you would know whether to sell something, whether to sell one of your assets. There'll be something. I don't know how to put it. Also, could he have also spent the money recklessly? Yes, that's the other balance. But if you have saved this, maybe the value will not be the same, but at least you have something to succor. That's why you never hear me talk down on savings, even though I sell real estate. No. You can save up to invest. What I say, I think someone put it very, very accurately. I think I saw it somewhere that you can save up for an investment, but don't save up as an investment. Right? I think it was this guy, Benga Bitoye or something. I think it was someone who wrote it. Right? So your finance is important. Your legal and all this one, they come from knowledge. Right? They come from knowledge, especially your finance as a founder. Your finance, your personal finance. See, let me beg some of us who have relatives that are maybe brothers, siblings that are entrepreneurs. Their business money is not their money. That they are on TVC does not mean they've made it. They can be doing hundreds of millions. That's the business money. It's not their money. Don't be coming them with don't blackmail them into anything. Right? Their business money is not their money. That's business. It's a deal. They are two different entities. So please. Right? So please, pay attention. So, and one of the things that also says that, the teams you are building, build teams to avoid what's it called now, burnout. You can, and basically, let me now go back to how I started this session, right? That why do investors prefer businesses with multiple founders than businesses with one founder? Because they will think of them as, okay, now you have a team, right? You have someone that can be there when you are tired, when you are burning out. You can share responsibility. You can, if this one wants to take high risks, this one can easily bring a fresh perspective, and you can mitigate the risk. And one of the ways to, how do I put it now? To venture into a new terrain and to do it well is starting with partnership. All right. There's a leverage that gives you. It's the reason why we celebrate the Igbo's way of internship. Because it's like you are learning in-house. Right? It's the reason why you see some companies do management trainings. So we need that thing also in entrepreneurship. Right? In entrepreneurship. And it's even at different levels. It's at different levels. One of the reasons why, partners are even good. What's it called now? For example, when someone gives you their money to maybe do business with you, number one, you are responsible not to let them down. Number two, they have eyes on you. They are checking you. That's checks and balance. Right. Number three, they can easily also chip in something. This thing you are going, don't you think you should? Don't you think you should? Disadvantages. 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 So many of you, if you find someone that can co-found with you, just get a lawyer. Don't go into it emotionally. Get a lawyer. Right. If you are blessed with a good team, leverage them. Don't be mancho. No. Leverage them. Right. Leverage them. You can't do everything by yourself. Right. And before I take questions, right, like I said, what Additional Asset is really all about is providing and building enabling infrastructures for for businesses. Is what I'm passionate about. Is what I've always been doing. Right. Even our small project in Abuja, it's about how many how many units that we're building in Abuja. Our small projects, the terraces will even have a portion of it, like one place on it, that it will be like a business cafe. To be like a business cafe. So if you are living there, you have access to a business cafe where you can get in there, get consulting, get access to data, get access to perspective, and then periodic training. So if you are living there as an entrepreneur, right, that will be an advantage. And we're even doing something bigger here in Ibadan, right, which is the Adesina Economic City, right, where we are developing what is called the Additional Business Development Center, where we can have trainings, boot camps. You can have access to consulting, access to data, access to everything you just need it's a work, live and play environment. And to kick off the project, it's still a pre-launch, right? Because it's still a pre-launch, and that project needs money. So we are offering. There's a project similar to that at Onike. I don't know where Onike is, right? So we're offering pre-launch, just 20 acres at pre-launch, 9 million naira per acre, right? And that's near cost price amount. That's near cost price that we even bought it for amount. And you can either build when the demand starts, right? You can either build for rental or build for resale on it, or you can resell the land, right? If you're buying for 1.5 million naira per plot right now, in 12 months, 15 months, at least you should be able to sell it for 3 million naira per plot. And we have sales partners that can easily leverage it you. But the minimum you can get on this offer is 1 acre, 9 million naira. Right. So if you're interested, you can click the link in our bio to partner with us. That's why it's partnership. Right. So it's more like you're partnering with us to finance the project, to build the project. And then as the progress on site goes further, you also leverage the profits to make money. We also make money. Everybody is happy. Or if you're interested, click the link in our bio, or you DM DEAL, and then we'll get started. So I've been seeing some people drop questions since I've been talking. I don't like answering questions while I'm teaching so that I don't get distracted. My attention span is quite low. Pardon me. So if you have questions now, I can take questions now. Maybe 3 questions, and then deal, not deal. 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 DM it. Don't comment it. I can't reply you here. So send it as a DM. DEAL. Then we'll attend to you from there. All right. If you have questions in the next 10 seconds, if nobody sends an invite, then we'll call it a day. Please, Moses, send it as a DM. Send it as a DM, please. I can't reply you here. Send it as a DM so that we can attend to you. So in the absence of no question, that means you all understood what I said, right? This is where we call it a day, and then I'll see you guys some other time when I come live. My business accounts, okay, I think we have a question. So why please ask the question fast now. My business account has 8K followers on TikTok, but I never made sale. What are you selling there? If you have 8K followers on TikTok, you should make sales. What are you selling? What got you that 8K followers? That's even the question I should ask. How did you get the 8K followers? That's the first thing. Obidima, please go ahead with your question. If you want to send an invite for me to bring you up, send an invite. If you want to type it, please type it. Right, so that we can be fast. So it's not just about you having followers. Because if you bought the followers now, how do you expect them? They don't know you. Posting clothes got you the followers. And nobody has ever patronized you. Now that's... I'm not going to lie. That sounds fishy. That sounds fishy. Because if he's posting clothes that drove them to you, then that means they're interested in the clothes. And nobody has ever made an inquiry to buy. something is wrong somewhere. I sure nobody bought followers for you, right? As a business owner, how do I balance between no trust? When you say no trust, is it that people have made inquiry, but they just cannot buy? I'll be in Abuja. Is the project in Ibadan that's keeping me in Ibadan? Right, it's all hands on deck. But I'll be in Abuja middle of this month. So the reason is I don't want to come and leave again. And I have like 2 engagements in Abuja the last week of January. So, but definitely, last week of January I'll be in Abuja for the entire week. I'll be in Abuja for the entire week. Last week in Abuja. Last weekend of January I'll be in Abuja. As a small business owner, how do I balance between business savings and personal savings? 2 separate accounts. 2 separate accounts. That's a simple way. 2 separate accounts. Right. It's hard making sales online. I feel like online business in Nigeria still has trust issues. How are you presenting yourself? That's the first thing. In fact, that's the only thing. How are you presenting yourself? How are you how are you responding to the inquiries? Can you do payment on delivery? Can you do half payment? I know customers still have their problems, right? So I understand if you don't want to do payment on delivery. I understand that. I know all these people have their problem, but I'm also saying that how have you presented yourself? As a realtor, it's difficult getting strategic relationship. Join communities. Then, how would I say it? As a realtor, there should be someone that you are following. I'm not saying following on Instagram. In real life, that is holding your hands. I have. Everybody does. There are some things you can't do alone, right? You need someone that has a result that can really show you, right? And that's what real mentorship is actually. People call me their mentor. I'm like, from where to where? I'm mentoring you from TikTok. That's not possible. So there's a conference happening in Abuja on the 25th. It's called the Abuja Real Estate Conference by Fortune Real Estate Limited. I'll be speaking at the event, so that's where if you want to meet me. I've attended boot camp. I market both industries, but no sales so far. Hey, this is dangerous, right? I don't know what boot camp you've attended, but honestly speaking, I don't know how to answer this question. That's just it. There's a lot of things I would have liked to ask, right? So I really don't know how to answer this question. How can I help you? Let me still think. How do we get strategic relationships as a realtor to be able to make more sales? Join communities, right? Join communities, put yourself out more. I plan to build block of flat on 1,200 square meter. I have part of the capital, but not enough. Is loan advisable? If the financial institution is willing to give you loan, and if are you buying to resell, right? So it's what's it called now? There are certain analysis that will go into it. There's no yes or no answer to this. There are some analysis that need to go into it, right? What's it called? How much capital do you have? Have you gotten the land? Do you have the land? Does the land have good title? Right? Can you sell? Right? When you sell, what's the pricing and things like that? So what I would like to say, right, is that before you want to go venture into this, there should have been someone that you know that can actually that has done this kind of thing. Right? Can you seek, you got loan for this thing, how did it go? How did you do it? And things like that. Right? Most of these questions can be sorted out when we really have access to people that, can actually give us practical answers. Right? I can give you theoretical answer for this, but I've not done it before. You see that now? I can give you book knowledge because I know the theory part of this. I've done real estate financial modeling. So I can give you but practical Nigerian context, getting loan, building, selling. What if you get the loan and the loan could not complete the building? You see those risks now? But someone who have done it can already show you how to mitigate those risks. You see that now? So that's why it's always good that if you want to get someone that has actually done it, right? That can easily, the person also might cast their fear on you. So you know where to understand, okay, this is this person's fear. This is what to take, this is what not to take. Right? But that's just it. You are building to sell. Good. I'm into gadget sales. Aside from customer business, we get people online to buy. See, ERP system can recommend for a female boutique that give options in error. Like I said, there must be someone using an ERP system. I'm not into fashion business, right? Also, can you speak to any ERP brand, any ERP, what's it called, sales representative? They are the one that can tell you more on this. Call them, right? Call them, make inquiries from those ERP, let them know which one, what they can design to your solutions. Right. So, guys, this is where we wrap up. By the way, we have a Adesina Economicity bootcamp. Right. So, what we'll be doing on the Economicity, we are starting it already. Peculiar, good to see you. So we have a Adesina Economicity bootcamp coming up in Ibadan, right, by 23rd to 25th of this month. It's a 3-day bootcamp. We are going to be there. It's a living bootcamp. Myself and 2 other guests that we are going to be unveiling before this week runs out, right? And these are people that have built multinationals. So not just random business. There's one person I'm looking to add, but he has not confirmed this data, but those people are already confirmed. These are, leaders of multinationals that are going to be joining us. And the theme of the bootcamp is from concept to corporate. How to bring an idea to becoming a structured business from concept to corporate, right? For refreshment, everything in Ibadan. And we are only taking, 20 people. Just 20 people, right, for this first edition. Just 20 people. And it costs just 300,000 naira. 300,000 naira for the 3 days, right? So if you're interested, the link is also in our bio. You will see enroll for pre-AEC bootcamp. Click it, register. This is a way you can have access. And by the way, these are people from diverse industries: FMCG, agriculture, real estate, finance also. So those are where the coaches are going to be coming from. So it's too rich. You can't miss out on it. And if you're interested, you want to partner with me, you've been looking for a way for us to do business together, for us to get on a deal together, come and partner with me on Adesina Economicity with 9 million naira, right? You get an acre of the project, and then as we progress on site, the value of the property appreciates in value. You can resell from 15 months for at least 100%. That's for 3 million naira per plot. Or if you choose to build, you can build to resell there from, we are projecting that you should be able to build to resell there from 24, 30 months, right? Because all the money is going into it right now. And we are hoping that by God's grace, by July this year, we should have a temporary structure for the first bootcamp right there on the site. It's on Money Island Road. So if you're interested, click the link in our bio or send a DM. Deal, DEAL, and then we'll get started. For the last time, say the Abuja events, Abuja Real Estate Conference by Fortreal, FORTREAL, right? Abuja Real Estate Conference, January 25th. Where is the audience again? I've forgotten. But if you just search for Abuja Real Estate Conference, the theme is Thrive online. I think you should see it, especially on Instagram. Or just search for Fortreal on Instagram, FORTREAL. You see the event. All right, guys. It's 9:30 already. Do have an amazing evening, everyone. Bye. Thank you all for joining.